Hello friends, hi, this is Alok Ojha. Welcome to StudyIQ IAS English. So today is a very short session on what kind of a strategy that needs to be adopted after UPSC Mains 2025. Okay, like you might have seen the GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. Apart from this, you might have also seen what we say the essay paper. Okay. So specifically before I begin with a very short session of 15 to 20 minutes, so let me go for a brief analysis of the essay paper. If you observe past 3 years of UPSC essay paper, you will come to know about one thing, that the paper, it is divided into different aspects. You will find essays on Indian democracy, secularism. You'll also find essays precisely on the education system, environment and climate change. After that, you will also find some or the other topic of the essay is related to economy. So there are diversified topics that are covered in essay. But this year, major emphasis of UPSC was on the perspective of ethics. True, majority of the essays you can observe that. So as you have completed your UPSC Mains 2025, now what to do next? Or this video is also important for the aspirants, those who unfortunately could not able to crack the prelims exam. Okay, so pay attention carefully. So I have divided this short video into 4 to 5 important parts. The first important part, okay, is precisely about the answer writing skills. Then how should we adopt a strategy for revision? Then what strategy that needs to be adopted for the optional subject? I am repeating my words, my friends. This video is not only for the aspirants, those who have given this year's mains. This video will also help out the aspirants or the students, those who unfortunately couldn't crack the prelims exam. Okay. Then hobbies and interest. And the most important aspect, what are the important documentaries which I personally feel everyone should watch, and precisely UPSC aspirant. Okay, now let's begin. MCQs and the answer writing practice. If you practice multiple choice questions, okay, now here your practice should be completely consistent in nature. I'll give you a very small example about this. Okay, for example, you have studied Indus Valley civilization and Vedic civilization. Now pick any one of the book. There is one book called as Ghatna Chakra. This book, it is in English and Hindi, both. And Ghatna Chakra, it is for science, polity, history, geography, economy. And there is a proper chapter-wise questions. And these questions, like they have appeared in different examinations, not only related to UPSC, but also exams like State PSC, Uttar Pradesh PSC, Bihar PSC, Madhya Pradesh PSC, Jharkhand PSC, West Bengal PSC, Chhattisgarh PSC. Apart from this, CDS, NDA, CAPF. So it covers wide range of questions. Again, a very simple example I'll give you. Suppose you have studied Indus Valley civilization and Vedic civilization. Go through the questions related to these two topics. Okay, from this book, Ghatna Chakra. Now, suppose totally there are 20 questions. Now you have covered past year 20 to maximum 30 questions. Make it a habit that you will go through at least 30 MCQs on daily basis. And this is from Monday to Saturday. Approximately 6 days a week. So how many questions you have approached? 30 multiplied by 6 is equal to 180 questions. Approximately 200 questions in a week. This goes around 800 questions in a month. And for next 6 to 7 months, you will cover approximately 6,000 MCQs. So this will give you a good scoring edge in the coming next prelims examination. Okay? So go for the MCQs in that manner. Apart from this, many of the aspirants, precisely like those who have appeared this year mains, okay, Like in many of the question you might have heard about or you might have seen the words like elucidate, which basically means clarify, discuss, illustrate, comment, critically analyze. So here, many of the aspirants, for them GS paper 1, it might be quite easier to moderate. But GS paper 2, to an extent, was from moderate to tough. So, try to develop the analytical skills while writing the answers. Try to cite the example. Highlight a case study if possible. Then, there should be brevity and precision in your answers. Answers should be to the point. Like one of the aspirant, he asked me specifically, he was from a normal background and he asked me, like he was from a Hindi medium background and still he has done his engineering and everything and he aspires to go for writing the mains examination in English language. And he asked me a simple question, sir, is it necessary to use hefty and very, proactive words in the examination? Answer to this here is, your answer should be precise. Your language should be completely lucid. Okay? So that it becomes quite easier for the person who is reading. Okay? And he finds interest in reading your answers. So your answers should be lucid. So brevity and precision, and the most important one, time management. Many of the aspirant after the mains examination, they have come to know one important aspect. Like for 10 marker question, you have to adopt a strategy where you can complete your answer in 7 to 7.5 minutes. Okay? And for 15 marker question, you need to adopt a strategy where you can complete your answer 9 to 10 minutes. Correct? So those aspirants who have faced the problem in this mains examination, I'll suggest you do one thing. For 10 marker, like how to improve the speed, like pick up a question of 10 marker, write that within 7.5 minutes and count the number of words that you have written. Approximately it should be around 150 to 200 words. Okay? Then again write the same answer without using an alarm clock or a stopwatch. Write the complete answer. Then count the number of words that you have written. Now try to understand the difference between the time limit to which you had stuck and without time limit. That is the gap where you need to work upon. Follow this strategy for answer writing. Precisely 10 marker and 15 marker. Okay? Time management plays a very crucial role that we learned from this year's mains. So aspirants, those who have appeared in the mains, they can also follow this strategy. And aspirants, those who will appear in the mains in the future, can also adopt this strategy. Prelims, elimination and intelligent guessing works a lot. Okay, I'll give you a very small example about what we say intelligent guessing. Suppose a question has been asked, which among the following Indus Valley civilization site is located in Gujarat? Okay, now the first option is Hulas. Second option is Sinoli. Third option is Banavali. And the fourth option is Surkotada. My friends, answer to this option is Surkotada. It is located in Gujarat. But suppose you do not know about this, but at least you know that these three sites are located somewhere else, not in Gujarat. You do not know about Surkotada. Okay? You know that Hulas, it is located in Saharanpur, UP. Sinoli, it is located in Baghpat, UP, western part of UP. Banavali, it is located in Haryana. You know this, but you don't know whether the Surkotada is located in Gujarat or not. So the most important aspect, the only option here left is option number D or 4. So here use elimination technique in the prelims. Okay, moving ahead. Revision, integration of information, concept reinforcement, reflective learning and retention. Example I'm giving you. Like many aspirants have a habit of making notes of The Hindu and Indian Express. Suppose you have to appear next year. Okay. In that case, every day you may make approximately 5 pages notes on Indian Express and The Hindu. Okay. So after 300 days, you have a 1500 pages notes. Is it possible for you to revise the entire 1500 pages notes? Apart from this, any compilation of a particular class, apart from this, economic survey, India yearbook, budget, PIB, Prasar Bharati, everything will become quite hefty in that case. So the most important aspect here is integration of information. In simple words, concise your notes. I always tell in my sessions, rather it be the YouTube session or it be the paid class, I always suggest aspirants to consolidate your resources. Rather than going for multiple resources, concise your resources and go for multiple revisions. Revision is your religion. Simple words. Okay? So go for multiple revisions. It's better to read one book 10 times rather than reading 10 books. So concise your resources, integration of the information that you have. Okay? Concept reinforcement. Aspirants, those who have appeared for this year's mains 2025, they might have come to know one important aspect. Even while revising the concept, okay, it is not necessary to remember the minute factual aspects or the minute facts. But overall, you need to have a strong summary of the concept about what you are reading. Correct? A very small example, very first question of GS paper 1 about the structure of town planning. So if you know about what is citadel, if you know about what is great granary, what is great bath, what was the construction of road pattern, why were, like, is there a radial street pattern followed anywhere? If you know about the concept in entirety, you are able to answer the questions in a very, what we say, easier manner. So concept reinforcement and reflective learning is important. So you might have learned after the mains as well. Then, hope the aspirants, those who have written the mains, they come up with flying colors in the mains and appear in the personality test, also referred as interview. And here, hobbies and interest come into picture. So it is a reflection, it's a personal reflection, skills and attributes, and it also adds on to the personal growth. Like for example, some people have an hobby of writing diary. So what did you learn from diary writing? Have you read any book on diary writing? Like there's a book by Anne Frank on diary writing. Some people have an hobby of philately. Some people have an hobby of visiting new places. So herein, for example, what kind of question that can be encountered in the exam? Suppose you have written in your DAF, your hobby is visiting new places. Now you have visited the place Prayag for Mahakumbh. What kind of questions can be encountered in your interview round? Simple question. How many places there is Mahakumbh or there is a Kumbh Mela held? So there are 4 places where Kumbh Mela is held. 2 places on the banks of river Ganges. One is Prayagraj, other is Haridwar. One is on the bank of river Shipra, that is Ujjain. The other one is on the banks of river Godavari, that is Nasik in Maharashtra. Another question, what is the history of Mahakumbh? Another question, what are the important mathas? Correct? What is the difference between Shaivism and Vaishnavism? Is the Prayag assembly of Harshvardhan related to Mahakumbh? What all other things did you observe in Prayagraj? So all these kinds of questions can be encountered. Or for example, if you have visited the region of Bundelkhand, what is the difference between the Kalinjar fort and the fort of specifically Gwalior? If you have visited the region of Orchha, they will ask you a question, why Orchha is called as Ayodhya of Madhya Pradesh? What is the historical importance of Khajuraho group of temples? How is Khajuraho group of temples different from other North Indian style of temples? So, whatever hobby you are having, okay, you should have a basic technical knowledge about that hobby. Somebody might have a hobby of reading new books, novels. There could be question on that. Somebody might have an hobby of playing cricket. What is the history of the cricket? What is the concept of pink ball? Why in test cricket only white clothes are worn? Why in test cricket specifically they use a red ball? Correct? Why is women cricket not that famous in comparison to men's cricket? So here you need to be ready for these kind of questions in your interview. So it could be a bit technical. Okay? So this is about hobbies and interest. Here, my friends, I have come up with few documentaries. And my personal suggestion is these documentaries are very interesting. Plus, every UPSC aspirant should go through these documentaries. Like we all have an hobby, like habit. Like whenever we are having a food, okay, we watch something or the other on our laptop, television, or what we say phone. Like in North India, one of the most famous episodes or the serials that we watch is Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. Correct? So somebody have a hobby of watching the web series and so on. So I would suggest you, it is entertaining, plus it will upload your knowledge. So it's a knowledge booster as well. So there are certain documentaries, in my personal suggestion, that every UPSC aspirant should watch at least once. Yes, certain documentaries to an extent are in Hindi, but if you go through subtitles, you will gain a lot. Okay? Pradhan Mantri series of ABP News. You can go through that. At least you will get to know about the snippets of the tenure of different prime ministers of India. What role did they play in Indian democracy? Okay? So Pradhan Mantri series of ABP News. Samvidhan series hosted by Swara Bhaskar on Rajya Sabha TV. You have a subtitles for this as well. Okay? Talking history from prehistory to Chauhan era. Sansad TV. Then She Leads Women as Change Makers, Sansad TV. She Leads, this is the name of the playlist. Okay. She Leads Women in Digital Economy, Sansad TV. History Behind series. These are 9 episodes, again Sansad TV. Samvidhan quiz, 8 videos on Sansad TV. Okay. As I have told you, some of the videos are in Hindi, but through subtitles you can easily understand them. It's nothing but a knowledge booster. Another important aspect, UPSC Corner playlist on Sansad TV. It has approximately 700 to 800 videos. Probably around 1000 videos as well. Go through important topics on them. Story of India, BBC. These are the few important documentaries which I will suggest that you should go through them at least once. Nero's Guest by P. Sainath. It talks about the stories of farmer suicides in India. Another, Mandate with Destiny by Veer Sanghvi. It's a story of the election system in India. Another one, Planet Earth. It's a BBC documentary. Guns and Glory by Kabir Bedi. These are the wars that were fought after independence. 1962 war, 1974 war, 1999 Kargil war. Then, another important, Justice by Michael Sandel. And this will probably help you in your interview stage, and it will also help you out in your GS paper 4 ethics. So it's a program about ethics in public office. Okay. Gandhi's Road to Freedom, BBC. Incurable India by Umesh Agrawal. It's a documentary about the healthcare system in India and the challenges it is facing. So these documentaries are not only knowledge boosters, but since they are in the format of a story, they are entertaining as well. So these are the list of the documentaries that you need to go through. Aspirants, those who are appearing for interview, in that case, there could be a probable question on the optionals as well, and proper co-linkage between the current affairs and the optional. Even though You specifically, I'm saying, even though if you have not qualified this year prelims, unfortunately, and even though if you're qualifying your mains exam, okay, please do not skip two important government magazines. One is Yojna and the second one is Kurukshetra. Hope so this short video was a bit informative. Okay, please do watch these documentaries and comment in the comment section, did you love them or not? Guys, StudyIQ IAS UPSC English Resolution Batch. Okay, the batch is going to start from 30th of August 2025 and the prices are starting at a very minimal price of 9,999. One of the key features of the batch here is it is completely and corely in English language. All the subjects, history, geography, polity, economy, current affairs, science and tech, ethics, internal security, international relations, everything would be covered completely in English language. And this will benefit perfectly for the aspirants, those who are from southern part of India and northeastern India. So what do you need to do in that case? Visit the website of StudyIQ IAS and go through all the courses. Last date is 30th. The batch is starting from 30th of August 2025. You can use the code that is flashing on your screen, that is Alok Live. Okay. As a part of the course, I also go through one thing, answer writing on daily basis. If any one of your friend is enrolled in the course, you can ask them. I go through answer writing practice on daily basis for 15 minutes. I give homework as a part of answer writing. Students message me that on Telegram. I give them a genuine feedback. And the next day, for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I discuss the question and the answer format. Okay, guys. So with this, I'll stop my words. Please use the code Alok Live that is flashing on your screen. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.